I'm very impressed of previous speaker presentation, and so for 40,000 trucks, it's very, very exciting, and we are just making our first steps, and you see all the steps in our exhibition space. But we're faced with a lot of problems that appeared because of different kinds of requirements in different countries where we are working. So our main projects are in Spain and in Baltic countries. Here we're making refrigerators, trailers and trucks. In Baltic countries we are doing shunting locomotives, also hydrogen, liquid hydrogen fuel. And we see that depending on the local legislation, we could face with different approach for adoption and permission of using of hydrogen in different areas. I just described when we met with our guests near our exhibits about absolutely different approaches in Baltic countries to testing and exploring of hydrogen units that we brought to, for example, to ports of Baltic countries or to aircrafts and airports of Baltic countries. So every time we were welcome. Here in Spain it's very difficult even to find understandings on how to arrange presentation, not working, no hydrogen field units just to show and to explain how it's working, because everybody's here, I mean authorities of different companies that could be potential customers of hydrogen fueled units. They're very afraid of future of using these units and concerned about their own prospects than the implementation of hydrogen units. So it means that we must understand and think about some national specifics of behavior and attention to some requirements, traditions and so on for using of hydrogen, especially liquid hydrogen. So in case of gaseous hydrogen, everybody knows about regular cars, Toyota Mirai, so it's very useful. Filling stations are existing all over Europe, and they are understanding how it's working, or maybe they are not understanding how it's working, but they think that it's working and everything is fine. But when we are talking about liquid hydrogen, mostly marine guys, they are understanding some principle of cryogenic fuel and bunkering of vessels, marine vessels, and they understand that it's something similar. They are ready to adopt it in their situation, but other potential consumers, they are not familiar with liquid hydrogen at all, what is going on with liquid hydrogen. And it must be discussable every time how it's safe, how it could be quite easy used by regular people, not specific educated for application of liquid hydrogen in these vehicles. So just an example of our trailer. So we have a contract for 200 refrigerators, truck and trailer. Trailer is existing here, truck is under the development. But the main problem that we faced here in Europe, that you can't deliver high voltage current from trailer to the truck. And it means that if you generate, as we are doing here, generate in fuel cells on site of the trailer, you can deliver electricity on the truck, providing driving of the truck. And vice versa. If you produce electricity on the truck, you can deliver electricity to the trailer, to the axle of trailer, to support propulsion of the refrigerator, total train of refrigerator from both sides. So it means that you must find different solution how we arrange everything, and the price of the final product will be increasing in this case. Also, nobody until now can say us about the delivery of gaseous hydrogen from trailer to truck, and vice versa. So, and especially liquid. And we had to split the refrigerator on two parts, absolutely separate, absolutely autonomic. So trailer is totally autonomic, so it has own power generation, storage of liquid hydrogen and the axle, and truck the same, it has own storage of liquid hydrogen, own fuel cells and own propulsion. So, and only combining that, we are providing the solution. So what was the idea for placement of trucks under the bottom, and placement of tanks under the bottom of the trailer to achieve 3,000 kilometers of range without any stop, without any intermediary feeding. So it was a task. So, and we are achieving it because of technical requirements, dramatically increasing the price of the final product. That's the big problem, not engineering problem. So for us, so if customer will pay, it's okay. But I'm afraid, especially because of basic difference of prices of any equipment using hydrogen, that on a regular basis, such strange technical solutions will be fruitful for development of hydrogen technologies at all, especially in transport. So when customers are very commercially oriented and want to squeeze the price on final product. So about the requests and requirements on our tanks. The main problem today is that there are only 2 testing facilities for liquid hydrogen tanks in Europe, in Italy and Germany. So I heard that in Aberdeen, UK authorities also now opening the polygon for testing of tanks, but it will be 3 in Europe, and UK is not EU now. So it means we must use only Germany in Italy. I hope that we could, with somebody else, find solution how to arrange testing facilities in Spain also. But today it's also the problem, the big line for testing. So you must arrange appointment in in a year for your testing. So you are losing time while you must face with competition from other countries outside of Euro Union, for example. So, but finally we understood that the main solution for certification of any type of tanks to use maritime certification. So it will take us the possibility not only to use it as a fuel tank, but also as transportation tank, and avoid some specific problems with transportation and differences with approaches of European countries on cross-border transportation between even European Union countries. A few words about cost control strategies. The previous speaker already said a few words about it, but about our approaches. So of course, we are very interested to receive fuel cells with higher efficiency. Today it's about 62-65%. But physically, I guess that R&D departments of fuel cells producers could achieve bigger percentage of efficiency About electrolyzers, so in the aspect of decreasing of gaseous price on hydrogen, it's also very important to decrease the consumption of energy for production of 1 kilo. Today it's about 55, but physical limit is 38 kilowatt per 1 kilo, and it's one maybe main task for producers of electrolyzers to reduce the consumption of energy. But from our side, we are looking for arrangement of special approach to bunkering, feeding, equipping process of locomotives, of trucks, to change our tanks based on cartridge principle. So to change refilled tanks onto empty tanks on board. First of all, as on the picture you see, first of all on locomotive platforms. So it will help us to save up to 15% of hydrogen when what you can lose while refilling of tanks in the field, and also to avoid special education of the staff of customer, because changing of tanks on board, it's absolutely normal cargo loading, reloading operation, and it could be done of non-professional workers when we are talking about, for example, our shunting locomotives that we are doing. So that's why it's quite specific question about the volume of tanks using for transportation. For short distance, as I mentioned before, when you have source of hydrogen not far from the area where your units, vehicles are working, much more effective, as we understood, to use fuel tanks working as transportation containers, tank containers also, because each refilling face you with the problem of losing, of evaporating liquid hydrogen. So and also long distance transportation, you have to, for long transportation, you have to build very specific tank containers with extra insulation, like liquid nitrogen shields or reliquefaction unit, and it's very expensive, and it means you increase the price of liquid hydrogen that's already quite expensive. But anyway, if we are talking about hydrogen, I want to say that the main idea that push upon all countries in Europe to develop hydrogen, the possibility and importance to have source of hydrogen in your country, in each country of your union or Earth, because it's only the way of independence, of energy independence, of fuel independence. And it means that in the future, I don't see the problem of transportation of hydrogen for long distance, in each area, maybe in Spain, in each region, you must have all sorts of gaseous hydrogen or liquid hydrogen, both, and you will not be faced with the problem of transborder transportation. And in case you need to use vehicle crossing internal borders or outside of the Euro Union, you must have, like our refrigerator, long distance vehicle without the importance to provide refilling. So I will start to talk about it in our global logistic network compartment of the presentation. I think that we can combine in different areas all kinds of hydrogen, liquid and gaseous, because it will help us to use the advantages of liquid hydrogen for long distance transportation, and simultaneously the achievements and advantages of gaseous hydrogen solution for quick filling, for better already existing network of filling stations. I'm afraid that, as in case of LNG that I developed from 2013, we will be talking about filling stations of liquid hydrogen very long time, but even in 5 or 10 years we will face with the absence of enough number of liquid hydrogen. So, I mean liquid hydrogen filling stations. So we must understand that liquid hydrogen mostly custom location oriented solutions, but gaseous hydrogen it's like public fuel, not customized fuel. And combining these two possibilities, we could achieve maximum efficiency and maximum logistic advantages. So, for example, just an example of our understanding how could be arranged filling operations for some kind of trucks and trailer. We can fill trailer by liquid hydrogen. Simultaneously, we receive evaporated hydrogen that we could use for gaseous hydrogen that we could use for refilling of truck in front of the trailer. So in this case, we provide economy and safety of hydrogen at all, and providing possibility to use both types of fuel, both types of type of fuel, of hydrogen fuel, for providing of propulsion of our vehicles. Thank you very much. I think I don't spend your time a lot. And if you have any, I just want to say one more point. We now already started our plant construction in Estonia for our locomotives, and we are looking for the possibility to build together with Sonatrach hydrogen production liquefaction plant in Arzef in Algeria that will provide our trucks in Spain enough fuel, but in any case we will have some volume of spare hydrogen that we could put on open market. That's why from today we open on our website the possibility to buy options on hydrogen, green hydrogen in Estonia and blue hydrogen in Algeria. So in Estonia from 2027, in Algeria from 2028, but you can start, 2026, yes, exactly, from January 2027 in Estonia and January 2028 in Algeria. But you can start to buy it now and to fix some amount, some stocks of hydrogen in both areas for your future using. And I think that when we have similar schemes for different areas of Europe or neighbor countries that could provide hydrogen for Europe, that could be included in one trading scheme, we could find a solution how to avoid transnational and local national requirements restrictions and so on, and to receive hydrogen precisely on those points that could be more effective for using for your vehicles. So now, thank you very much.